So I'm here today with the wonderful Barbara O'Neill. Thank you, Barbara, for another great event.
It's going well, really enjoying it, Steve.
It's been nice. And we've got Ricky Davis here, who is Barbara's Global Sales Manager. Welcome, Ricky.
Hello, nice to be here.
And Ricky's been here selling books, and today we wanted to talk about books, Barbara. The amount of fake books. It's a testament to how popular your books are, that the scammers and the fakers of this world have decided that they can copy your books and sell them. And there's some really bad fakes out there, Ricky. You're all around the world. You're seeing a lot of these fakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of customers that I speak to, they don't want to in any way rip you off, for want of a better way to say it. They don't want to steal from you. There's just so many books out there, some of them on big websites that are trusted because it's a big website. It wouldn't be here if it wasn't real, I think a lot of people think. But that's happening as well. Some of these big websites are dominated by them. Barbara, what's your thoughts on this whole fake book thing?
It's really surprised me. And what I find really hard, and we saw it in Kuala Lumpur, we saw it in Mumbai in India, that I'm asked to sign books, and I'm very happy to do that. But I open a book and I know straight away it's not my book.
Of course.
And how I know is that Sustain Me, we were able to put a little bit more money into the printing of that. So the paper is shiny and smooth. Our graphic designer did a beautiful job. Good. So we did not balk at paying that extra money to make this beautiful book. So it's so sad that I opened this book and it's cheap paper. In fact, one lady said to me, I had to have it rebound. It just fell apart.
Yeah.
And as soon as I say, unfortunately, this is not my book, they're horrified. Mm-hmm. And I say, it's not your fault. But what we encourage people to do is to send it back and get their money back on it.
I think that ties them up in knots, and it makes their life a bit more difficult because it's inconvenient for these fake sellers to do it. But it can be a bit more dangerous as well. You know, the customers are not getting a good book. They don't like the quality. They then feel that they've done something bad because they don't want to do anything bad to you, because they are, I say fans, Barbara, I know you don't necessarily like that word. I talk about, is there any Barbara O'Neill fans in here? Supporters, whatever we want to call them. But you know from the reactions you get everywhere that they love you to bits. The last thing they would want to do is in any way to rob you of your copyright to your books.
And that's right. And that's why I say to them, it's not your fault. You did not realise. And everyone wants a bargain. There's no doubt about that. And I guess people look at the prices not knowing that it's a cheap reproduction, so they possibly go for the cheaper one. But last year in America, I signed one book and it was as big as mine, because most of the fake books are smaller. It was just as big, but it was cheap paper. It was all black and white. It was just a cheap photocopy.
Yeah.
And in America, my book sells for $50. She'd paid $70.
It's interesting you should say that, because I've noticed we're quite big on TikTok, and we're the only official partner of yours on TikTok. There's nobody else. You don't. Little Barn Health is Ricky's wife's business. We work well together, Ricky.
Yeah.
They do great business, but they're not on TikTok. They don't have a shop there. So I'm the only one representing you on TikTok. All I see is affiliates linking to these fake book sites, and they're making videos and they're saying, there are Barbara O'Neill fakes out there. Don't trust them. The books I've got in my link below are they've got no idea. If they did the research, they know. Most people know by now, Ricky, that it's Good Food Project on TikTok that are selling legitimate books. And there can be affiliates of ours who point down and say, this is Barbara O'Neill, I've read the book, it's great. They've got lots of people who follow them, and they are fans of yours. But when you click down, it is Good Food Project. So you can see that they're buying from Good Food Project, which means they're supporting you. But these other ones, these affiliates, they're saying, this is definitely the real thing. And then you look down and I see these guys, I know their names. 10 quid. But one of the things, to follow up on what you said, I've noticed that they're now sticking it up to £40, £37.
Yeah. So it is, unfortunately, a really lucrative market for the scammers. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And whilst it's not the consumer's fault, in essence, it's stealing from Barbara and Michael. You know, because the money for those books, that years of experience and the money they put into the design of the book doesn't go to the O'Neills.
Yeah.
So I don't think people are aware of that. And I think it's important to know exactly where they can get a genuine book. So in the UK, we have a distributor, yourself, Steve, Good Food Project. And we have another reseller, Little Barn Health. You can get the books across those two websites. You can also get the books across TikTok on Good Food Project. You can get the book across eBay on Little Barn Health. Anywhere else, we are not affiliated with us. Anywhere else, we cannot guarantee the authenticity of that book.
It's just, they're not buying from us, so it's not, if it's a UK book, it's not real.
Exactly. And look, some people will buy a book, and, you know, it's easy for me. I see the books every day. I see them around the world. I know I can spot a fake book from 100 miles, but not everyone can. And so just a few pointers for them are, as Barbara said, 9 times out of 10, the book is smaller, or sometimes it's ridiculously big. The graphic quality on the front is poor, but also when you open the book, either pages will fall out, or you feel the page. The page in Sustain Me should feel smooth, almost like a silk paper.
It's a beautiful book. Yeah.
It's a beautiful book. But these books, the imagery is very faint, and also the pages are rough on your hands. So they are quite easy to spot. Now, the good news is that we can combat this ourselves by sending these books back. And, you know, the companies that sell these books, thank you, just hand it to me. This is a real book. And you can see
how shiny it is.
You can see how shiny it is. We open it, we've got the beautiful imagery. And again, these pages are shiny. I don't know if you capture that.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's smooth. Okay, another tell. If you look at the binding, we do a lot of due diligence in who produces our books. And so the binding, we look at the very end of the book and we see the beautiful binding on the end. There shouldn't be any jagged edges. Yeah, these are just all pointers of how...
Smells lovely. Great unboxing experience.
It's, like Barbara said, they put a wee bit more money into these books. It's a premium book, and they are not there to be faked and to be, I guess, for the quality to be reduced by people who are trying to make a couple of quid.
Yeah, and it kind of goes a stage further. You know, these scammers, you know, Ricky, there's a lot of money involved here. I mean, if they can fake a Gucci bag, they can fake a book. Because they can fake leather, they can make it look like a designer bag. So fakery and scams are everywhere. We've got the videos online of Barbara supposedly talking when it's not her, and they're selling products. I get approached saying, do you stock Barbara's heart pills? Because I've seen one of these videos.
Yeah.
So we're kind of saying, on officialbarbaraneil.com and following Barbara's official channels, you see Good Food Project and Little Barn Health there. If you're in the UK, we're the safe companies to deal with who are looking after Barbara's interests. But to an extent, there's due diligence from our point of view, Ricky. We need to be aware that we can't let people get into the hands of these scammers. Scammers always come back for more. If they get some money, they'll find another way.
Yeah.
I entered into a conversation with a real Barbara O'Neill website. It was a Facebook page presenting itself, a lot of followers, and a WhatsApp page. Yeah. And I commented on something, and then I got a message from Barbara O'Neill, the owner of that page, WhatsApp me. Now, Barbara O'Neill doesn't say WhatsApp me to anybody. I go into the chat, Barbara, is that you? I need some help. I've got this. The voice comes back, and it was chilling, Ricky.
Yeah.
Yes, it's me, dear.
Yeah.
She said, what ailment would you like me to cure you of? Now, you're a hop, skip and a jump away from a $2,000 consultation fee.
Yeah.
We have to keep people away from these scammers, Ricky.
Yeah, we do. There's a lot of work going on in the background. And look, an appeal to these people who are scamming, who are using Barbara's name, who are defrauding other people, who are quite vulnerable. These people that are desperate. Some of them do not have long left to live. They're in a place where they're looking for that support and they're being preyed upon. So a direct appeal to these people is we are now engaging legal teams around the world and we are dealing with this problem. Okay, so please stop.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important to say we're very lucky because we have Barbara O'Neill sat right next to us. And I'm sure Barbara will confirm, Barbara doesn't use personally any social media.
No, I don't use any social media and I don't do consultations. I've put just about my life work into the books that I have written. I am writing another book when I get a bit of time on the mind. What I've endeavoured to do is put all this information out so that people can access it. And I'm very concerned when I especially see older people being preyed on.
Yes.
And just as you said, Steve, we get it at Misty Mountain. Can I have those tablets Barbara talks about? Barbara does not talk about tablets. And Shillite, they say, Barbara, where can I get this? And I say, no, I don't talk about it. And they say, but I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing as much as we can to protect people from it, but unfortunately there are still a few around.
Yeah. And I think so the objective of this is, again, and we can do more of this, Ricky.
Yeah.
We'll just keep getting the message out to the customers. We'll in the same way as we promote events, we promote the real sources of information to protect them from these people. They are criminal enterprises. If they can print a book, you think that's, that they're a friendly face of scamming is printing a book. They always want more, and that's the problem. And we, as you say, these people are vulnerable. They're looking for answers. These guys will spot them in 2 seconds in these chat rooms, and they'll lure them in. The more people we can get onto Barbara's proper websites and official social media channels, the better. And the more messages that we can get out there, because we have to bring them back to a place of safety.
Yes.
Because they are wide open just now, Ricky, and it's really scary.
Right.
I was shocked when I entered into this call because it's me and I know Barbara, and I knew I wasn't talking to Barbara. But I got a chill down my spine when I spoke to this person pretending to be you. It's probably some guy fielding 10 calls
of course.
at the same time. He's in 10 different chats pretending to be you.
Of course. And
I just instantly thought, those are the people that he's talking to, this 80-year-old man who's desperate or woman. She thinks, speak to Barbara, I've got a chance. Yeah. She's going to talk to me.
For the people watching this video, it's as simple as this. Unless the media channel that they are directed to or they are following is on officialbarbaro'Neill.com, it is not Barbara's media channel. Regardless of if it is our official media channel, it will never be Barbara herself. Mm-hmm. She is not on Telegram. She is not on WhatsApp. Mm-hmm. She has a social media presence across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. That's it.
Yeah.
So if you believe you're talking to Barbara O'Neill, I promise you you're not.
Yeah. But anyway, on a more positive note, and we hope and pray that we can get a message out, Ricky, to people and stop this. It's a pincer movement. Us getting the message out with Barbara, which proves people will say, use 3 or AI. Yeah. This was all staged in this beautiful place, as Barbara happens to be at an event.
Well, what's the date today? Friday, the 23rd of May, 2025.
Yeah. But they'll say it's fake. The AI is playing a big part.
You can only do what you can do.
But Barbara, it's been a lovely event again. We've got you coming to Scotland next again. Creef Hydro want to get you back. They loved the crowd. They loved having us there last year, yourself. It was a great atmosphere. We got the weather. We've had the weather here again.
Beautiful. Really beautiful.
This has been a great place. And this was we had another hotel lined up. It didn't work. We got to here really quickly and it just all fell into place beautifully. And we like to find good places for people that they can enjoy the experience. And we always hope that every one of them goes away with what they're hoping to achieve. But it's been good, Barbara. Have you enjoyed it?
Very, very much. It's a very beautiful place here and the grounds are lovely. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And there's a lovely crowd and atmosphere as well. The crowd have been very, very receptive. And
it's a very nice crowd. It's a crowd that's excited and responsive. But also the staff. The staff are great. And I can see the kitchen staff. They've gone to great lengths to get the food that that is, the presentation, everything's been very good. Yeah,
they've tried hard. But thank you again, Barbara, for coming. We're looking forward to Scotland. We've got you in September 22nd to 27th, 2 3-day events. Crieff Hydro again, 22nd to 24th. And then Trump Turnberry, 25th to 27th. People can go to either or, subject to budget. If money was no object and they come to both, they are in for an absolute treat. We're all going to have a great time at these events. It's going to be very, very special. And I don't know why, I've got a funny feeling that we'll be there at a good time in the world and all that's going on. You get some people having a little crack, why Donald Trump and why? One, it's a beautiful hotel. It's a great energy place. But I think there's a chance that we're on a path or a trajectory to peace in this world, and I think there's some good things that might be coming around the corner. And there'll be a nice energy in September, I think, when we're there. So I'm really looking forward to it. We've got you a lovely room for the time for you and Michael, and we're going to finish with a little Kaylee again. We won't get you doing the sword dance like last year. But yeah, we love doing events, Barbara. We love having you. We appreciate the effort and the time and the hard work. We know it's a grueling schedule. But thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Ricky. It's been great to see you both again.
Thank you.
It's been great to be here. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.